Hello Eternum and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news, and this is the War Report. No change in the dynamic of Eternum last night, as you might expect after an evening of peace. KOTT News took advantage of the downtime to practice some music theory and scale progressions. Tonight's weather looks to be a fairly nice day with plenty of sunshine for harvesting and crafting. Then be on the lookout after sundown when the corruption invasion forces like to strike, rising up in 30% of the regions. 3 more submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPGO. Remember, if it isn't LARPGO, it's cardboard. Up first, the Marauders of Thrust Damage assail the Covenant forces of Error.pxp for control of the island's secondary oil reserves of Cutlass Keys. Thrust Damage rebrand and return to the mosh pit on the southern shores, ready to rumble with the crocodiles. But will the unusual start time distract them? The Zealots of Error will be starting on the other side of the Double Declare this time, so now we'll truly get to see the might of their full company's roster. Meanwhile, the Marauders of Emotional Damage assail the Covenant forces of Error.pxp for control of First Light and the flow of the spice. The CEOs of Beijing Corn executing their right to rematch after their inability to overcome the start menu in the last fight. But they've learned how to hold the block button, so now they shouldn't take leaf damage. As reported previously on KOTT News, Error forces have been distributing spices exclusively to season the crab boils of Reekwater, but will that delectable dietary monopoly hold out? In the nightcap, the Covenant forces of Outcasts attack the Syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen for control of the arid desert region of Brimstone Sands. Everybody in the club is getting antsy for the season to start already, and Outcast is no exception. But will that frustration translate into Super Saiyan energy in the desert? JDB's kitchen staff blew off a little steam running around open world as reported yesterday, but they'll take on a full-on fight any night if they can get 30 minutes of sincere combat. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.